walking on the Gold Coast that doesn't know Aldwyn. She is a media strategist, and she works with people on free PR and media. And one of the things that is great about what Aldwyn does is that she not only teaches and shows people how to do it, and they get fabulous results. She is always in the media herself, so she lives and breathes the free media and PR, and always looking at ways to do that, to show people, to lead people along the way. So a couple of fun facts about Aldwyn. One is that she is, or was, Australia's table tennis champion and represented Australia in table tennis internationally. So that was back in her 20s. I know it's only a couple of years ago. The other one is Aldwyn is also a bit of a daredevil as well too, and she appeared on a production at Movie World, which had Tom Cruise. It had Tom Cruise in it, and I don't know the other actors, but anyway, there was Tom Cruise in it. But she was a stunt double for Tom Cruise's leading lady, and she performed some stunts on the show that if you go back and have a look at the movie, you'll definitely see that it was Aldwyn, because they just showed the back, you can tell by the hair that it was her. So one of those is true, and one of those is false. Which means that she was a national table tennis champion for Australia. I do think she was a stunt double.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I don't know which one it is, because I'll probably make them both up. Let's welcome Aldwyn to the stage, and she'll put us out of our
Thank you so much. Thank you. Actually, yes, I was an Australian representative table tennis player from the age of 13 to 19, and I represented Australia for 6 years. That was quite a journey. Now, Movie World, I have actually acted in a movie at Movie World, and I've done TV commercials, I've done acting on the side for years. However, not as a stunt double, although I was in the anti-ice TV commercial, some of you might have seen quite a few years ago, the ice addict walking into a hospital with 2 police officers. And he walks in, he grabs a chair and smashes a glass. Does anyone remember that? It says, ice destroys lives, was the ad, right? I was the nurse behind the glass that got smashed in the face with this. So I was the one that, if you look back at the ad, it is on the socials, you'll see the photos if you go back. So I was the nurse that basically, as he was smashing the chair against the glass, I ducked down as it was happening. And I had my hair, I had brown hair tied back as a nurse. And the third shoot of that, the glass broke, and I actually ended up with a bit of a cut from the glass. So it actually was a bit of a stunt trick in that particular TV commercial. And however, I wasn't getting paid the stunt rates. Interestingly though, my ex-boyfriend is a stunt man who was on Matrix and Star Wars. And he was like the evil Knievel in Australia back in the day. So I have close connections to the stunt community, but 2 was definitely false. So thank you. Thank you. Okay, today's topic is the new way to market for success. 80% of anything you do in today's day and age is marketing. Now we know that 90% of people die with regrets. And 1/3 of people die by the age of 65. Now I truly believe if you marketed yourself effectively, you would not be dying with regrets. Because the big issue that people have is not speaking their truth, is not speaking up about what matters to them. So what stops people? There's things like imposter syndrome, right? Things like fear of judgment, fear of criticism. What are people going to think? How am I going to come across? Now, when I was 11 years of age, I was on Cartoon Connection on Channel 7 for table tennis. And I remember being in the studio in Sydney, and I had the host here, and I was here as an 11-year-old looking up at this host who was gorgeous, and this massive camera in the studio, about where Troy is now, massive camera right there. And I remember the host looking to me, she was trying to warm me up and get me ready for the show, and she said, Aldwyn, just don't think of the 2 million people watching this right now. And I looked at her, and I looked at that camera, and all I could think about in my head was the 2 million people watching this right now. And I froze. It was action rolling, and I was looking at and I just froze. short interview in that part. She was like, oh, so you're number one. And I'm like it was just shot really, really bad. And so of course, if you're really bad on camera, if you're really bad with your marketing, you're not going to get much airtime. If you're really good, you'll get invited back again and again and again. What they did have in the studio though is they had a table tennis table. And my brother and I got on the table, well, that's fantastic. I'm not going to look at the camera, I'm just going to look at this table tennis ball, which I've done a million times before. Because as an elite athlete, we were training 5 days a week, ridiculous hours. And so my brother and I, we were just going forehand, as you do, it kind of goes like this. Imagine a bat there. And we're just going backwards and forwards, just warming up, right? Warming up. And they're like, oh my God, that's amazing. They're like, clapping machine going, sound like 50,000 people in the studio. It's like, hang on a sec, that's just us warming up. You haven't seen our smashes, you haven't seen our really cool shots, right? But for them, that was amazing because most people couldn't get 2 shots in a row, right? And that's the thing, we're so close to our genius that we don't see it. We don't see it. The other thing about that is the media, traditional media from the beginning of time, have not just wanted to educate, they want to entertain. They want to entertain, and we need more fun. We need more fun right now in the world. Right? So I was just focusing on the ball, and that was it. They loved it, and we got a lot of airtime because we entertained. So what can you do with your life to entertain people, to bring some more fun to what you do? The more fun you have, the more money you make. The more fun you have, the more money you make. And most people stop themselves, they self-sabotage. And I know because I did it for a long time myself. I grew up, I was bullied in the Northern Beaches area of Sydney. I have Greek, Turkish, Ukrainian heritage. All 3 countries were at war at one point. So I say my parents came together, had make-up sex, and I'm the love child. And I've been spreading the love ever since, right? Spreading the love. And really, that's what it comes down to. You know, if we want to shift our consciousness and have a better experience of life, we need to shift from fear to freedom. And how do we shift from fear to freedom in our lives? Most entrepreneurs just want more freedom. Courage, yes. And how else do we shift from fear to freedom? Love. That's right. Love, exactly. And we've actually got a love heart in the middle of the O of our freedom here. Because when we come to a place of love of ourselves and others, we are able to show up better with our marketing. We are able to show up more confidently. We are able to show up without caring about what anyone else thinks. Let's just think of Donald Trump for a moment. Now, immediately, some of you will have a knee-jerk reaction about just the name Donald Trump, right? Has anyone ever met Donald Trump? No. Okay, but we all have a judgment, right? We all have a judgment about Donald Trump. Now, what I love about Donald Trump, regardless of the things he's done that are very dodgy, like with the Epstein files, let's not go there right now, but regardless of the dodgy things that Donald Trump has done, you've got to admire the guy's courage. You've got to admire the fact he just goes out and does this thing regardless of what anyone else thinks. Right? Because the fact is you're going to have people that love you and people that hate you no matter what you do. What happens when you build your profile? You have more people that love you and more people that hate you. Okay, so you need to toughen yourself to criticism. Very important. Now the new and the new ways to market for success, the N stands for know. Knowing what you want. And I know you're thinking, no doesn't start with N. Well, it takes a very intelligent person to spell things multiple ways, as we know in BS. We're constantly spelling things multiple ways, right? It's knowing what you want and it's being in the now, in the present moment, and doing whatever it takes to lift your consciousness. That's the N, okay? Knowing what you want in the now. The E of the new way to market for success is embodying what you want. Just getting very clear on what you want, embodying it, engaging with what it is you want to see shift in the world, and getting excited about it with an E, okay? Excited about what you want. And the W is about wow. It's about wowing yourself in your life, being proud of yourself for where you've come to. Everything's gotten to this point. It's absolutely perfect. It's never too late. My oldest client in my media business is 90. Okay, it's never too late. He calls me up and goes, "Oh, but I'm still alive." He's adorable. Alfred Service in Melbourne, if you're looking up, he's awesome. So wow is for wowing people. Now I mentioned the more fun you have, the more money you make. So I'm inviting you now as we wrap up today. The W could stand for wrap up as well. To all stand. I'm going to do a little exercise here. Now, does anyone remember the group salespeople with a purpose? Did anyone ever go to any swap meetings back in the day? You know what now, Nick? Do you remember what they used to do at swap meetings? Do you remember that? That was really fun thing they did. They did. Okay, what they used to do, they used to go, "I'm alive, I'm well, and I feel great." Okay, 3 times. All right. And I invite you all to do this. Now, those on camera, that's all right. It might be tricky for you to do that. You don't have to do that. But when you get home, I invite you to do this. And I did this with my team last night on Zoom, right? And I invite you to do it with a little shake as well. Okay, do a little shake, just shake it out. Okay, so let's do it after 3. Okay, and I want you to shout it ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm alive! I'm alive! And I feel great! Okay, I'm alive! I'm well! And I feel great! One more time! I'm alive! I'm well! And I feel great! And this is it. More fun you have, the more money you make. Now, we do have an Impact Change Marketing Retreat coming up 10th to the 12th of April in Mudgeeraba and Hippocrates. It's going to be awesome. Nick will be there. And Jenny Roos is coming with a cash flow game. It's going to be really, really cool. Yoga, meditation, sound healing. Just reach out to me. And also, if you want to find out about how to be in our next book, move from fear to freedom in your life and share your story, leave a legacy, then come and connect with me. Be seen with the media queen, as they say, and I'll leave you with a quote today. Now, one of my favourites is Gandhi's, be the change you wish to see in the world. And I'm going to add another one to that today. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Thank you very much. Thank you.